Well, it's time to get a little wet today with our exercise physiologist, Mark Goswell, and it's more G-rated than that sounded.
Much more G-rated, yes.
But aqua aerobics is something that is on your mind today, so good morning.
And good morning to you, and what a great way to lead into it. But yes, aqua aerobics, it's not something we've spoken about before, but it's...
Now, I think I'd remember us speaking about aqua aerobics. We have not.
No, we haven't. And it's one of those exercise regimes and exercise classes that is incredibly beneficial for people who have some mobility issues or are just starting out and getting back into exercise, or they've got some type of condition, whether it be osteoarthritis, arthritis, hip issues, back issues, where they haven't got the mobility around the home or they don't want to go to a gym and they want to be able to get into some baseline exercise that they could literally start tomorrow.
So I'm guessing the key is here that I want to get fit, I want to, be back and participating again, but running around on hard surfaces and all of that, it can be a bit of a problem. It might be painful. It might be more of a hindrance than a help. So getting in the water, you're very buoyant. And
one of the benefits about water, and there's lots of classes around there, like Newcastle, Lake Macquarie, Hunter regions that you can actually go to and attend. And the thing to think about it is that if you're standing in water and it's about waist deep, you're only literally sustaining 50% of your body weight. So if you're unloading your body by half of that, it's obviously going to reduce the amounts of loads and pressures that you're experiencing. Now, if you're doing, say, deep water aerobics, then you're literally taking the entire load out of your body. But because water is so viscous and heavy, and we can really get massive strength gains from it by increasing our speed of movement. So, the faster you move your body in the water, the more resistance, so the more strength development you get. And it's a really fantastic way to get people in and moving. I had a woman in yesterday who's got a lot of mobility issues, who needs to start training. She needs to start exercising. She doesn't have the means to be able to spend big money on seeing us on a regular basis. And osteoarthritic hip, arthritic spine. She's got a fair bit of work to do, but it's literally the type of exercise she could start tomorrow without any major concerns.
And again, particularly because she already has enough major concerns anyway, and they sort of just peter out a little bit in the water.
So they're not affected. So she can basically get into the water because you're supported, because it's in that environment where you can either go as hard as you want or as easy as you need, but you've got that, you're unloading the body. It's the type of exercise that you can start at least getting some mobility, some movement in the joints, some muscle activation and engagement, and it's great for the mental health as well.
I'm going to run to what I perceive as two perceived benefits, and you just let me know if I'm on the wrong track here. One, you'll still be able to pick up some weight loss without having that hardcore impact.
Exactly, because obviously diet's one of the key factors of weight loss, but one of the other things too is we need to move. And that's one of the things that it impacts on people so often, is that movement hurts. So how do we find ways to do it that doesn't increase your pain, because no one wants to be in pain. So aqua aerobics is one of those fantastic things, and it's done in a group environment. It's usually fun. There's usually some music. There's there's a lot of splashing around and going back to the days of being a kid and playing in the pool, but it also has that physiological benefits that we need.
Number two, you will be clear of stinky, sweaty clothes, and you won't stink from doing the exercise. That is the win right there.
That is the win, and you can actually get your heart rate up, and you won't notice that you're sweating and starting to get the old stinky armpits, because you just duck under the water, wash yourself off, and
straight down and back up. You're ready to go again.
But making sure, the pool won't be dirty either. So it's one of those things that it benefits a lot of people, and particularly our listeners that might have some mobility issues. And you don't have to be stripping down into bikinis. People do them in t-shirts and feel comfortable, and there's rash shirts and things like that, and everyone that's doing it is there for pretty much the same reason. So you'll be hanging around with people that are in that sort of same genre, and in terms of
like-minded individuals.
Yes, I like that, like-minded individuals. So now it's a really good way to look at it. There's lots of classes around the area. You just contact your local pool, I suppose.
And of course, keep in mind with the cooler months coming up, heated pools, so you won't be out running in a park at 6 a.m. in the morning where it's freezing cold. You'll be a little bit warm and snug too.
A little bit warm, and the water temperature will be a lot better than the actual ambient temperature of outside. So good place to start. It sounds good.
I see nothing but benefits from this. Why are we all not doing this, whether you've got an issue or not? It's great.
Yeah, and it's, as said, like the deep water aerobics, even for people that are looking for a little little bit of cross-training, something a little bit different, you can get a massive workout with that because they've actually got foam dumbbells that you use to increase resistance, so like floaties, but you hold them under the water, and you get a really good strength workout. So I encourage everyone to give it a go at some stage.
There he is, so having a look at getting a little wet today, our exercise physiologist, Mark Goswell. If you have a question for Mark, by the way, whether it's on a type of exercise, something to do with getting fit, whatever it is. Any injury as well, you can email him right now for next week. Ask Mark at 2NURFM.com.